Hey, what's up? Welcome to the exciting tutorial series how to create an e-commerce website from scratch. And in this tutorial we are going to get resources for our development. We are going to build our development environment. First of all, we have to list what we are going to need for developing this project. So first of all, we are going to need only three things. The first one, you are going to need a text editor. So the second thing you are going to need a browser and web browser, just like a Google Chrome and Internet Explorer and Safari and Mozilla Firefox, just like that. And the third thing, we are going to need Apache server and MySQL and PHP. So you will get a combined package of all. If you are using Windows, then you can download the WAMP server. So here you will get the WAMP server. Just you have to write WAMP server, then visit the first link, and then you can just download your WAMP server from here, and you can choose your operating system architecture if you are using the 32-bit and you want PHP 5.4. So in this tutorial we are using PHP 5.4, so we are going with this WAMP. You can just download by clicking this link, and your download will be started after clicking the link. So the download has been started, and you can download the file, and we have downloaded the whole file. You can just run and install the file by using click, and then you have to click yes, and after then you have to click on the next button. Then you have to check I accept the agreement, then you have to click next, and I recommend you installing in D drive. You can install in D drive, and then you can just click yes. Then if you want a desktop icon and the quick launch icon, then you can check all the boxes and then next, then install. So by this way you can install the WAMP server. And after it has just completed the installation, then you have to click upon the box yes, and just again yes. So now it will just finish the installation. You have to check box here, and you have to allow access, and then you have to just click upon next and then finish. So it will ask you to run, and when it is green, this means it is online, the server is online. You can access the server using our browser. You have to open up our browser, and you have to write like localhost, then you can access the browser from here. So here we got that if you can see this directory, then it means your WAMP server has been successfully installed, and you can access the phpMyAdmin using phpMyAdmin. Like that, you have to set up the phpMyAdmin username and password, and from this point you can access your projects, your all projects. So it will just create a directory inside your folder. We had installed in D, so it will create an folder like WAMP, and then you have to go to www directory. You have to all of your projects you will found here. So this is how we install the WAMP on Windows. So for Windows, a text editor just like Notepad or Dreamweaver or WAMP server and browser. For Mac, you will need a text edit and WAMP server for Mac, just for Mac, and you can search at Google and download on Map and install simply on Map. And for Linux, you will need an LAMP server, just like you can get the LAMP server by running this code into your terminal box. So just you have to open the website mamp.info. Here you will find two versions of the MAMP. First will be the unpaid. Here you can look the one-click solution MAMP, and the second one, MAMP Pro, will be the paid version of this MAMP software. So Basically, this includes the Apache and SQL and PHP. Three things it includes. So you can simply clicking on the download button, and then from this link you can download the MAMP software and it will be downloaded, and this package will contain a 14-day trial of MAMP, and here we are having our MAMP file mamp.pkg. so you have to just double click on continue, and then you have to click again continue, and here you will find you have to click on agree, then you have to click on install. So it will be ask you the username and the password, then you have to provide the password of your system. You will write administrative details. So the installation will go here, and then after this is successfully installed, you have to go to your computer, your directory, and you have to shut down the MySQL and PHP differently, and Apache and MySQL PHP differently. You are already having the SQL installation, and in this folder you are having the MAMP and MAMP Pro. So MAMP Pro is not necessary, it is a paid version, so we are moving it to trash, and we are having MAMP. So you can open the MAMP folder. Then this will be our development folder, this is our installation folder under the application. So now we have to shut off the web sharing, and now this will use the same port, and now we have to shut down the MySQL, and you have to just check if it is stopped or not. Now you have to go to the MAMP folder, then you will found a application here, MAMP. So you can run the MAMP from this, and it will be your development folder, the htdocs. So this is how we do when we are on Mac. The WAMP, and install the WAMP in the directory. So here we got the WAMP server, and in WAMP the www directory is our server's root directory. So here we are having two files, index and something else. So we are not going to need these. We need to create a folder for our website, that is e-commerce. I am naming it e-commerce. So how you can run the e-commerce, you just need to put write this way, localhost, as it is a local server, or so we need to write localhost, and then we need to write e-commerce this way. So here we got nothing, the directory is empty, so we need to create a so you will need the basic HTML, and we have attached the basic HTML for your development, so you can start the development. We are having our HTML inside this folder. So on this HTML we are going to, on the top of this HTML we are going to develop our e-commerce website. And we got this folder, lots of files for different pages, and we got some JS, JavaScript, and we got some images and CSS. So we got the basic HTML things. So what we are going to do, we are going to take the total folder. We are going to take the total folder inside our development folder, which is in D, and now in WAMP, and in www and e-commerce. So we are going to put all these files here. So now what? Now just reload this directory and see what is there. There we got a lots of files, but not our template file. So we need to create our index.php file. If there is index.php, then only it will show the home page or the main page, else it will show a directory listing. So we need to create an index.php. So let's see. Where is the home page? This is our home page file. Just open the home page file. These all are HTML files. We are going to make a PHP file. So this is Dreamweaver. This is Adobe Dreamweaver. You need to install the Adobe Dreamweaver, and you can just use Adobe Dreamweaver for our development purpose. Now we need to create a new PHP file. There you have to put Ctrl+N. Control plus N for a new file, and now you just click upon the PHP. Here it will remove all other content and save this file. Control Shift S, save this file in our development folder, which is as, you need to come to D and then WAMP and then www, and then you need to go to e-commerce, our folder. Here you need to put that file index.php. so it is a blank file, yet this is our index.php. now we are going to copy this whole code from their HTML and we are going to convert this into PHP, and we need to save this file, and now we are closing the older file. So here we got our index.php. so let's see, now I am going to reload the localhost e-commerce. So here we got the template, here we got our template in index.php. and now one thing to tell you, hold on, as we are going to develop with PHP, so there are basically 3 parts of a website. That's all. So here I have to tell you about, suppose we are going to do it through HTML. We are going to do it through HTML, and we have created an index.html file. So basically this part of a website is called header and this part of a website is called footer. So we can assume that this part is going to be same for all of our pages, like about us. In about us, this part will be same and this part will be same with as index. This part is going to be same in all pages. So we write, if you are going to use HTML, then you need to write this code again and again in each file. But in PHP, what we are going to do, we are going to cut this code. We are going to cut this code off, and this code, we will make this code as header.php, and we are going to make this code as footer.php. This is called reusability. We can reuse the code. And this is very nice thing. Just you have made it an header.php and you have made it one footer.php, and now in index.php you are going to include this file on the top of this file. So here we got index.php, and at the bottom you need to include the footer.php. So this is how we are going to work. We will not write the same code again and again. So we can say this is the way to cut the headers and footers. So now we are going to look into our template. So this is our template. And here we got lots of code, the total code. So I am going to close this head. From this button you can close any code. You can collapse and expand the code. So I hit close the header, and I am going to search for header thing. Maybe there is commented part like begin main header, and here we got, this is the part above slider. So we are going to Control X this part, means we are going to cut this part, and we are going to create a new PHP file and paste that part in this file. So this will be our header.php. We picked up the code above header. You can say go here. So basically this part above the slider, is called the header, and this part below, this blackish part, this part from here and this part, this is going to call the footer part. So we have cut it. You can right click and inspect element. For the things, and you can just hover here to see like this is whole page is selected, and then you can expand it by this thing, and from here this is our header part, this is main header part. So from this way you can cut the header. You can just Control C this thing, means you can just copy this thing and you are going to search here like this way. So this is our header part, that's why, and we have checked where this code is ending like this.
So that's why we have picked this code above header. So we are going to save this file as header.php. One more thing, I am going to remove unnecessary files from our directory, this file. So all these HTML files we don't need now for now. So I have deleted all the files. So now we got only two files, header.php and index.php. So I have, and now we have also to cut the footer.php. So go here and close this thing and then go to footer and just right click at this point, right click where the footer is start and click upon inspect element, and then we will got this main footer wrapper. So just copy this class or any element and now go to index.php and now control F. For search we use control F. You can say here for search you can use control plus F, this thing. And now you have to press control plus F and you have to paste your content here. So now we are going to find next, and you can this find not we have already cut it. So you have to copy this thing, main footer wrapper, and now we are going to find main footer wrapper. So this is here, the footer parts begin from here. So just copy the whole code till below and save this file and create a new file, PHP file, and paste all the content here and control shift S for save, control shift S, and here you can say footer.php. So now we have saved we have cut it off our header.php and our footer.php separate, and now look, we are all in index.php. there is no header and no footer. So all the style sheets and JavaScripts are included in header and head of the header part. You can say I am going to tell you HTML layout. First of all, it is HTML, then head, then title closed, and then head closed, and then body. So this is our part, and here in footer we got the body part closed. Where is it? The body closed and the HTML closed. This is basic HTML format. Okay, so now you can just say the basic HTML code by control M and any HTML template. This is our basic HTML. This is for declaring the doc type, and after that HTML starts, HTML tag, and then head tag start, and then title closed, and head closed, and body. This part includes the total code of ours, like what we are going to show. You have to write it between the body tags, and the CSS and JS part you can include in head part. Okay, so now we have cut it off our header and footer part, and now we are going to run our files. So you may don't like this as there is no CSS and JS, so it is something like this. So now what we need to do, we need to include this header and footer file. So nothing to worry about, you just need to write some PHP code for including the file. By this way you can start the PHP tag, and by this way you have to end the PHP tag. If you started the PHP tag, then you also have to end the PHP tag. This is PHP begin tag, and this is PHP closing tag. So you need to include the file, you need to include the footer.php and the header.php. So as the header code was on top, so I am including the code here, header.php. This way I had included the header.php, and now I am going to copy this, and at the bottom I am going to include the footer.php. So now look what we got. We got the whole website as it is, as it was before. So this was our first template. In this we learned about include. The include is basically for including the whole code of a file, a PHP file. So we have included this PHP file here. So what this will do, this will just pick up this content and put here. As I had shown in this example, we have cutted the header off and we have cutted the footer off of index HTML page, and we have included the pages here before this and before this. This is how we work in PHP. So this was our first tutorial. In next tutorial we will learn something like login and other parts of this website. Thank you.